Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Hope you're all doing good today. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to look for not only elk, but musk deer, which is something I never do. So, oh gosh, there's one Medved server. One Medved server. What? And it's at the wrong time as well. Well, I guess we're starting with Leighton then, because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to find ourselves any of the beautiful musk deer. Not yet, at least. But how's everybody doing? Thank you, Cole. I appreciate that. How's it going, Jennifer, Cole, Neos, Zyphon, Duxton, Mr. Lazy, Glowlax, BX, Habs, Deez, Ben, Jennifer. How's everybody doing? Hey, Speedamon, how's it going? Alright, let's figure out, what we want to go with today. You know what, let's keep the Empress. I kinda want to use the Empress. We can actually go with this loadout alone. Seems like a good one right here. No snipes, no info. When was the last time you went on your own Medved? Like a month or two ago? It was whenever I got the Spirit Bear. So probably actually more than a couple months ago, because I don't think the AR pack was out yet, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while. Nice, Golden. Hopefully you get it, dude. Hopefully you manage to bag it. Oh, drink zone's there. Maybe we'll get lucky. My first rare the other day. Nice, Colton. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations. Blacktail zone. Not a rare. Hey, Duck. How's it going, dude? How have you been? Hopefully you've been doing well. Thank you, Tori. Do we got anything hiding here? Because elk can be at this lake. Nice, Viper. That's awesome, dude. I mean, that's still pretty good, man. That's still pretty good. Even if it's not what you're looking for, that's still great. Got one elk and then a few blacktail. That's an elk. That's an elk. Lots of elk. Not the right elk, though. We need those big male elk species, not the small female elk. I am liking the fact that we're at least seeing some stuff, but man, they are not exactly the size we're looking for. I gotta know what that is, though. Like, that is the weirdest thing ever. That is the weirdest thing ever. Let's go take a look at that thing. Where do I cross? Right there, maybe? Yeah, right here. Did that not connect properly? That's a... Where was that 4 hiding? Just out of nowhere, a 4 shows up? We got it. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Glowlax, that was a pretty nice one. No, Doom, it won't. You're actually supposed to shoot them in the brain or the neck. That is the best places to shoot on the gators. It will pretty much guarantee that you'll get it before it gets into the water, provided you hit the brain or the neck. Hey, Caitlin, how's it going? Hey, Kinjin. Hope you're doing good. Kill the tiny elk, indeed. Hey, Archie, how's it going? Long time no see. Hope you've been doing good. Oh, you are? You got the gold badge now. Nice. A full year as a fellow nerd. Nokel, this is right here. Right there. This is Mushroom Lake. Tori, you've already said hi like 5 times. I already said hi back. You only gotta say it once. But I do appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy the videos and stuff. But you only gotta say it once. Where did this thing run off to? Not actually sure which direction it ran. Hey, Cooper, you didn't miss much. We took down a small male and we're trying to find him now. Because he was quite the tiny bull. Okay, our dog is just like mega confused, it looks like. There it is. About time. Nice, Archie. That's awesome. Oh, what is this? We just keep finding the weird ones, I swear. Do you even deserve to be called an elk? I don't think so. This isn't an elk. This is a monstrosity. This is a true monstrosity. Yeah, that is not any elk I've ever seen in my life. Not even an elk. Calling it. This isn't an elk. Do we tax it? I want to, but at the same time I don't want to continue filling up my trophy manager. Because it's just going to get harder and harder to sort through stuff. Man. Decisions. We'll do it. We'll tax it. I'm gonna regret it, but we'll do it. That was quite the interesting elk right there. They've already got an elk zone there. We can go clear over there. Oh, he's got a tent here. Even better. Nobody ever checks that lake. Like, never. Something like that, Quill. Definitely gives off that vibe. How many great ones do I have? I've got 4 whitetail and 1 red deer great one. Nice, Archie. Yep, that is absolutely perfect, Archie. Now that's the type of message that you use to get people to follow the rules. It's perfect. Hey, Nox, it's going good. What's my tips to get diamonds? Hunt near water. Hunt multiplayer. Check out the multiplayer guide that I have on the channel. Those are like the best like basic tips that I can give for finding diamonds. But the biggest thing is just learn all of the zones. Oh, goose diamond. Oh, that's a little bit different. Honestly, the only thing you can do for geese, man, is just shoot every goose you see and hope you get a diamond eventually. Just set up your decoys and your callers, and just start calling them in. Try to blast every single goose you see. Unfortunately, there's not really too much more you can do for geese. Just hunt a lot of them. Geese are quite different from everything else in the game. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate that. Just shot my first great one on Rancho. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Hey, Blue Sea Chief. How you been? Hope you're doing well. Goose hunt with the 470. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know, Archie. I think they're going to be good. I'm excited for them. I really want to see the goose hunting next week, because they said that they're going to show off goose hunting in the next EW stream. Hey, Karen, how's it going? Nothing yet, Blake. We have not been streaming for too long. We just shot a small male elk, and now we're heading over to another lake to see if there's anything here. Buffalo home with the 22. That's the way to do it, Doom Guy. The way to do it. Take him down quick, you know? Nice, Blue Sea, that's awesome. I have not got lucky with the shinies on Kyogre, unfortunately. I have done probably 18 Kyogre raids, and no shiny. I did get a 96% though, so I can't really complain too much. I may not have got the shiny yet, but I did get a pretty good IV one. Yeah, BX, that thing was insane. I still can't believe we found such a large stag. To be honest, I have no idea, Cole. I just joined one. Should be close, yeah. Don't want to get too close to where I spook things off, so we gotta be careful. Got tons of geese in a couple weeks. Closest I've got is 0.20 from Diamond. It happens, man. My last Diamond goose, it took 800 goose kills to get it. Sometimes you just get unlucky. For other people, they get one like every 100 kills. So it kind of varies from person to person. At the end of the day, it is a little bit of RNG involved, so it is random what you're going to get back as respawns. Just gotta keep on grinding till you get it. Not really too much else to say for geese, sadly. Since they're a little bit different than the other species in the game. Unfortunately, this was not really worth the trek out here. Yeah, definitely not worth it. 1 to 2 kgs. It's decent, but I don't think I'm gonna shoot it. I think we'll just look for a different area for elk. That doesn't have any zones. That's a good sign. BX4X, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream and I hope your day is going fantastically. Yeah, Duxton, if I can ever find a server. Because I'm not gonna do it in single player. But, if we get some multiplayer servers that are at musk deer time, then I'll definitely do some musk deer hunting. But, when we checked, there was only one Medved server, so... As of now, it's kind of up to whatever happens with the multiplayer servers. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, I don't know, Archie. To be honest, I'd never even noticed that. They have added quite a few cool things, though, since the last time you were in here. You can now raid other streamers here on YouTube, so they do have a raid feature. It's kind of annoying to use, though. Like, it takes way too many steps to actually get it to work. And they are slowly adding in gifted subs. There's a few creators that have access to the gifted subs right now, or I guess gifted memberships is what they're called, but... They're slowly adding in a lot of cool things, but as you were saying, they are removing a couple things that some people did enjoy using. But they're really pushing to make their platform better than Twitch for streaming. They're slowly getting there, but they still got a little ways to go. Because both the rating and the gift sub thing or the gift membership thing need a little bit of work. But it's nice to see YouTube going in the right direction. Someone stole my diamond. Ooh. Oh no, Isaac. That's rough, man. I've had that happen a couple times, though. Unfortunately, that is one of the risks of multiplayer. It's got a lot of positives, but then there's also the negatives like that. No, Kathy, I've never got a diamond roe deer. I don't really hunt Medved too often, so... there's actually a few different trophies off of Medved that I don't have. I don't have a diamond musk deer, I don't have any rare musk deer, I don't have a diamond lynx or a rare lynx. There's a lot of things that I don't have off of there. Gosh, there's just small males everywhere. I guess it's just going to be one of those servers where everything is small. Everything is going to be a small male today. Another one. Another tiny male. No rabbits either, so we don't have some rabbits to take a look at. I think we're going to go to a different server. This one's not looking good. Nice, Subway. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Nope, still not anything for Medved. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, man. This is the one we just joined, I think. This one's at the very end, but maybe we'll get a chance. No, I've got a roe deer. No, when I said roe deer, I was answering a question in chat. Or not a question, but somebody had said that they got a rare roe deer. That's why I said roe deer, guys. I wasn't saying the roe deer on Medved. I have a diamond pronghorn and a turkey. Nice goat. That's awesome. Time for classic and settlers then? Nope. Nope. No classic. Hey Bailey, how's it going? Oh no, there wasn't a diamond roe deer question, was there? No, that's not a question that I read off that I can think of. Somebody said that they had a rare roe deer, and then somebody asked me if I had a musk deer diamond. At least I read it as musk deer. Maybe I'm wrong, but I read it as musk deer. At least that's what I read it off as in my head. Nothing here. Okay, this server's not looking good. There is so many zones. Yeah, this one's been hunted heavily. Not even gonna bother. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I said roe deer. I said roe deer to a different question. I might be wrong, though. Gosh, there's like no good servers right now. What is going on? How many diamonds do I have? A little bit over 700. Bailey coming in with the 10-month membership. Holy. That is crazy. 10 months as a member. That is a long time to be a member. Really appreciate the long-term continued support. Thank you so much. Hope your day has been going good. Yeah, I don't know, Archie. To be honest, I don't remember. I don't remember the conversation. I just remember seeing a question about, or not a question, but I remember somebody said that they got a rare roe deer, and I answered that one. And then somebody said something about musk deer. Or at least that's what I thought. Maybe I read it wrong. Maybe somebody can go back in the stream and figure out what actually happened. Because my brain don't remember right now. My brain is running off that taking care of a baby and a kitten energy. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I don't know if you heard, Archie, but we got a new kitten. We got ourselves a new kitten, and she is the sweetest thing in the world. Thought I'd bring it up to you, but the membership, it says I've been a member for 9 months, but the sticker says 10 months? That is strange. I wonder why. I wonder why it's showing differently. I'm assuming maybe the one just hasn't updated and it's probably 10. Alright, later, Travis. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, Archie. We got ourselves a little kitten. She was a stray that we ended up rescuing. We rescued her and then, well, not really a stray, I guess. Well, kind of a stray. So basically what happened is one of our neighbors had some kittens just randomly show up, and so we talked to them, and we ended up adopting one, and they adopted one, and then they're trying to figure out where the others are gonna go. But she is just the sweetest little thing ever. Yeah, Bailey, for sure. For sure. She's a little sweetheart, though. And Aaliyah, like, so badly wants to play with her, but, you know, with Aaliyah only being a year old right now, she doesn't fully understand, like, how to be gentle. And so we have to be really careful with, like, letting her pet the kitten. But she is already, like, so interested in it, and the kitten is wanting to play with her, too. So I think they're gonna grow up and be very, like best friends. Hopefully, at least. Yeah, Archie, she's 1 already. Almost 13 months old, actually. No, I was replying to somebody else, Simon. I wasn't replying to your message. Somebody named Travis in chat said that they have to go. But how you doing, Simon? Hope you're doing good. I mean, it's still bad, Logano. Regardless, it's still bad to mod. Doesn't matter if you're a kid or not. Still not good. It really does, Neos. Time flies by so fast. And, you know, thankfully, that's a good thing for us with the new map being probably like a month away. It's a good thing that time flies, because that'll just make it get here quicker. I really hope that it gets released mid-June. But it's hard to say. They show things off a lot earlier than normal, so I don't even know what time frame we're looking at for a release. Yeah, pretty much, Archie, pretty much. And if it's a situation like Logano was just mentioning, they could have just put it up in a private session, but they opened it up to the public, which that's the type of thing I have a problem with. I don't care if you're doing it for fun, keep it out of multiplayer. Keep it out of a public multiplayer session. Oh, gotcha, Simon. Gotcha. You know, that does happen to me too as well, Bailey. I do have situations where that happens. I mean, I get that, Logano, but I also preach that cheating is bad constantly, so if they watch my videos and hear me talk about how much I despise cheating, then they wouldn't do it. If they actually cared about the game, they wouldn't do it. Because part of the reason that people get questioned for their trophies so much is because of the modders. Like, if there was no modding in Call of the Wild, people wouldn't be questioning the legitimacy of any person that gets a super rare or a great one. But because of what modding has done to the game, everybody's trophies get questioned. Every time I get into a server that has good trophies, there's always at least 2 or 3 people that are like, oh, probably a modded server. You gotta look at the bigger picture of things. Like, sure, kids having fun, that's not a bad thing. But it's also not good to encourage cheating just because kids are having fun with it. Like, you can't encourage it regardless of what their intentions are. Because either way, it still hurts the game. And unfortunately, there's certain content creators that just promote the use of it, which doesn't help the game either. It's very unfortunate. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You can't really fix everything. Which is why I just do the best that I can to let people know the long-term effects of stuff like people modding. Well, yeah, Logano, like I've said in the past, if you're doing it in single player and you're not trying to pass the trophies off as being legitimate trophies, not trying to use them for bragging rights, then it's not as big of a deal. But the problem is there's so many people that do it to get good trophies. They cheat just to get good trophies. They open it up in multiplayer, and then they try to pass the trophies off as if they're legitimate so they can score some cool points. And that's the type of stuff that hurts the community, because then everybody's trophies get questioned, and it's like, oh, you probably just cheated that in, right? You didn't even grind for it. You didn't put in the work. And it unfortunately just causes a very negative environment, or it creates a very negative environment within the community because of the amount of cheating that has happened. I feel like at this point, every single stream we get into a cheating conversation because of how grossly prevalent it is. Honestly sad that I have to have this conversation every single stream. Hopefully one of these days they'll be able to get some kind of an anti-cheat, because it does get old having to question everything. You can, Blake, but it's incredibly rare. It is possible for cheaters to be on console for Call of the Wild, but it's not a very common thing. It's a lot more difficult to do it on console, and therefore it's a very, very rare thing to run into. I think I've only heard of like 3 or 4 of them. Little 3 elk, not really anything too crazy. Let's do a quick run through this area up here. Only time I cheated was when my account lost everything, so I got my money and skill points back with Cheat Engine. I mean, I guess that's a little more understandable, but I still don't necessarily like that either. But I guess I can kind of understand where you would be coming from with that. It's still not good, but... Last night I got piebald level 4 moose with a level 5 troll in the same drink zone. Nice, Pride, that's awesome, dude. Congratulations. You tell him, Brandon. You tell him. You know, I always find that to be the most hilarious insults is something like that, like, I hope your cereal gets soggy in the morning. Those are the best kind of insults in the world. Because, like, most people don't like soggy cereal. But it's not, like, a super bad thing. Hilarious. A leucistic turkey or a dilute mule deer? I'd say leucistic turkey is more rare. They're very close, but I'd say the leucistic turkey is probably slightly more rare. Geez, stuff is moving around quite a bit, but I'm only seeing females and very tiny males. He's a little bit better. Still not great, though. Still not great. Oh, gosh, Archie, that's the worst. That is the worst. Oh, I got a story from yesterday. So I went to make a couple, you know, like the frozen burritos, right? I went to like heat up a couple of them in the microwave. Followed the directions exactly what it said. The outside of the tortilla felt hot, like it was hot to the touch, burned my fingers. And so I was like, all right, it's ready to go. Ooh, that's a decent one. I was like, all right, they're good. I bite into it. And I just get an ice cold little ice cube on my tooth. That was the most annoying occurrence I've had when trying to make a frozen burrito, or trying to microwave a frozen burrito. Followed the directions perfectly. The outside was burning hot. I bite in, ice cold beans. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I just, like, I bit into it and immediately frowny face. Oh, Doom Guy, that is, no. That's too, dude, that's too far. You can't threaten somebody's cold pillows. That's just not cool. Nobody likes a hot pillow. Hey, Neffy, how's it going? To be honest, I didn't even see where that elk went. Dude, this level 4 has just walked back and forth oh, hi. Hey, we found it. Found it, guys. Found it. Haven't got one, but I do research when I hunt. Indeed. That is the way to do it. I always try to keep my research levels high on anything called the wild as well. It is, Mason. It is very sad. And the people that, honestly, when it comes to cheaters, the people that it hurts the most is the people that actually grind their butts off and do, like, their best to grind out all their trophies, take the time to learn everything about the game. Those are the people it hurts the most because they're out there getting those trophies legitimately, and then they get questioned because there's people that cheat. It's sad, you know, the people that play the game the most and work the hardest for their trophies are ultimately the ones that get hurt the most by cheaters because everybody questions the insane trophies that they may find. What for me qualifies to put in my lodges? I mean, it's kind of a personal preference thing from person to person. Like, I've got certain trophies that I'll put in there that aren't necessarily a diamond or a rare, but for the most part, I only put male rares and diamonds in my trophy lodges. They're the only ones that get taxed, at least. Occasionally, I'll taxidermize, like, a really wonky deer. But I try not to do that too much, because when you do Call of the Wild as a content creator and play the game for hours and hours every day, you build up a lot of trophies in your trophy manager, so I try to limit what I taxidermize to just diamonds and male rares. But if you're somebody who just plays the game for fun and isn't necessarily making content on it, you can really just taxidermize anything that you find interesting. One of the things I always say to keep in mind, though, is the fact that it takes much longer to delete them if you end up not wanting them. And there's occasional bugs that cause you to delete the wrong thing, so I don't recommend taxidermizing stuff that you'll probably delete later. Oh yeah, I remember that, Jacob. The thing is, like, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like, situations like that are what happens when there's a lot of cheating in the community. It gets to the point where when people do have a really lucky moment like Kill Clinton did that you were talking about, and they start getting questioned. If I'm being honest, I'm really surprised that I didn't get people questioning my 2 super rare whitetail in 2 days, because that was like the most absurd luck I think I've ever had in Call of the Wild. And I didn't see any cheating accusations at all, which was, it was good to see. Because at least it shows me that people have, well, obviously you guys have always trusted me, but it at least shows me that not everybody outside of our community is going to call cheats on everything that happens. So it was great to see. Especially since that was probably the greatest moment that I have had in Call of the Wild. Like, out of all my great ones and all the rares and crazy things we've had, that double super rare was the most insane thing I have ever seen in all my years playing this game. I don't think I'll ever be able to duplicate that moment. When I got my great one, Red Deer, the Discord chat's always asked for my codex. Yeah, that's pretty much the norm. And it's because of the cheating. Because of the cheating, people want to see your codex after you get something crazy to make sure that you didn't have like 10 diamonds in your last 20 kills. Unfortunately, even that isn't a surefire way to tell if somebody's cheating or not, because, for example, I play multiplayer a lot. And when I'm in multiplayer, I only shoot diamonds and rares, so I could have like 10 diamonds in a row that were all shot like 2 or 3 hours apart from each other. You know, like 2 or 3 hours of hunting, diamond. Another 2 hours of hunting, diamond. 30 more minutes of hunting, a diamond. But if somebody just glances at that, they're going to be like, 3 diamonds in a row, must be cheating. It's unfortunate. Nothing is really surefire. There's definitely ways to help figure it out, but unfortunately, there's no surefire way to know if somebody's really legit or cheating. Can you bow hunt every animal on Call of the Wild? Yes, there is a proper arrow for every single animal in the game. It was, Bailey. It was crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever been in such disbelief. Like, my first thought was, oh gosh, my game must have broken. We have a second one in front of us. And then my second thought was, oh my gosh, we must be close to a great one. We have a second super rare in front of us. It was a roller coaster of emotions. And then I started thinking to myself, like, oh gosh, nobody's gonna believe this. We have a second one. Like, there's a million different thoughts that go through your head as a content creator when you find something like that absurdly ridiculous. It is a complete roller coaster of emotions. Excitement, fear of people not believing it's legit, worries that your game broke or something, thoughts of maybe a great one being close. Like, there's a million things you think about when finding something that wild. Oh, no worries, Caitlin. Ow, I just hit my desk. That hurt. What is my longest shot? Just over 500 meters using the elevation trick. You can jump, or not jump, but you can get on top of the mountains of Silver Ridge Peaks, and it gives you like an extra 100 meters of render distance because you're using elevation to your advantage. Pretty cool. Are super rares rarer than a great one? Yes, they are. They are rarer than a great one. Think of it this way. Let's say, and these are obviously approximate numbers, but they should be mostly accurate. From my experience, it seems like diamonds are roughly 1 in 100 bucks. For whitetail deer, at least. And it seems rares are more like 1 in 150 or 1 in 200. And then a great one seems to be like 1 in 2,000 average. So it's like a 1 in 2,000 chance of a great one, roughly. Obviously, it varies from person to person, but let's just say for the sake of this explanation, 1 in 2,000 chances of getting a great one. Since a diamond is 1 in 100, and a rare is 1 in 150, not only do you have to hit that 1 in 100 for a diamond, but then you have a 1 in 150 chance of that diamond being a rare. So it basically makes it, like, I think a 1 in 15,000 chance or something ridiculous like that. Let me do the math real quick. 100. Yeah, 1 in 15,000 chance roughly. So it's literally like almost 10 times as rare as a great one. Or did I do that math wrong? It's like 7.5 times as rare. Yeah, 7.5 times as rare as a great one. Yes, you can get great ones in multiplayer. You can. I have actually found a bugged one in multiplayer. Back when you couldn't actually see the great one in multiplayer, what would happen is you would get a level 3 whitetail that had a very tiny level 1 rack. And I actually found one of those in multiplayer a couple weeks after the Rancho release. And yeah, that was kind of sad, because that could have been my first ever multiplayer great one, but because it was before they fixed them in multiplayer, it just showed up as a very tiny level 3. Luckily, I missed my shot on it, because when I found it, I actually didn't realize that it said level 3. Because a lot of times when I scan for deer, I look at the rack. I've memorized most of the racks on them, and I can tell just by looking at the antlers whether or not it's going to be a diamond. And so a lot of times I just scan through them real quick, look for any big racks, and then move on. Because we were doing a video testing out the Red Raptor reflex sight, I ended up trying to shoot it, but I didn't realize that it said level 3. Luckily, I missed the shot, because if I had hit it, that guy would have lost his great one. So it's a good thing that I didn't hit it. Because I had no idea what it was until I was editing the footage, and I saw that it said level 3, and then I was like, are you kidding me? So because of a bug, I didn't even realize that there was a great one in multiplayer. I'm so happy that bug is fixed now, because that was truly an annoying thing to run into. What's max weight for Bobcat? Should be 45 kgs if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's what Mr. Lazy says as well, so I think it should be right. No, Archie, there is no rares for the Great One Red Deer as far as we can tell. I feel like at this point, a cheater would have found one if they existed. So I'm convinced that there is no such thing as a Great One Red Deer rare, because a cheater would have 100% had one by now, if they were a thing. So it's really looking like it's just the Fabled Spotted for them. Looks like this is actually a decent medbed server. Let's jump in there. I mean, I guess there is always that chance that it could still be possible, Claydrew. I feel like the people that cheat on the game would have figured it out, though. I think they would have figured it, they would have been able to get one by now if they were a thing. So, I'm just going to say they're probably not a thing. If I were to go out on a limb. Yeah, Duxton, I know, right? I don't like Medved. But I kind of want a Musk Deer rare or diamond, so Well, we'll do some hunting on it today. And honestly, I'm curious what this rework's going to be like on Medved. If they rework it properly, it might become a good map. Because some of my biggest complaints right now is just the locations that a lot of the animals are found. And then also the lack of species. I think Medved needs a couple more animals. As of now, it's only got 6 species. And that takes a lot of... it takes a lot of enjoyment out of it for me, because I like variety. Would love to see them add some stuff to this map, like muskox, Arctic fox, snowshoe hare. If they could add those 3 species, this would be amazing. And then maybe if they could fit a deer species in, that would be amazing as well. Not exactly sure what type of deer would even live up here besides musk deer. Yeah, I don't know, Archie. I think it's because for the Great One Red Deer, I think the whole, like, draw to its uniqueness is the vines and the antlers and the fabled spotted fur type. So I think they wanted it to just be about that. Because every Great One's supposed to be different. Every Great One's supposed to have a lot of different characteristics to it. For the white-tailed deer, it's a giant non-typical that can have rare fur types, including the unique fabled spotted, or not fabled spotted, but the unique fabled piebald. And so I think with the red deer, they wanted to take a different route where it has a completely unique fur that is just its normal common fur, and then also has 2 very large racks with vines in them. I'm curious what the next Great One's going to be, because we know for a fact there's a Great One coming with this next update, which is huge news. Like, it's amazing. Really curious what it's going to be. I'm kind of leaning towards fallow deer or mule deer the more I've thought about it. Fallow deer and mule deer seem pretty likely to me, because for the longest time, both of those were very popular requests. And I know recently moose has been a very popular request, but the thing is, it was only the last few months that they've been talking to, or that everybody's been talking about moose. So I don't think they would have had enough time to develop that. I feel like it would be something that would have been in development long before moose was the big craze for a Great One. Okay, that's a good weight. That's actually a good weight. Are we tracking a big male here? Tell me, guys, is that max weight estimate? I think it is. If I'm not mistaken, that's max weight estimate. The only other thing I can think of is maybe they're going to make it one of the new species, because that could also be kind of cool. Like a Great One capercaillie or a Great One duck or goose. Yeah, exactly, Archie. That's kind of my thoughts on it. Like, because there was so much a buzz and hype around the possibility of it being a fallow deer last time, I do think there's a very high chance that the next one will be fallow deer. Because a lot of times they react to, like, what is seeming to bring, like, the most excitement and hype. And the fact that people were really excited about the possibility of it being a fallow deer the last time they talked about a Great One, I think there's a pretty good chance that it will be. Okay, this is him. Please be the giant male we are hoping for. I would love to smoke you and put you on my wall. You know, that is a good point, Claydrew. That is a good point, so... that's actually a crazy good point, Claydrew. So it's definitely not a species on SRP, then. Oh, guys, I think I just figured it out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they mentioned, if you guys remember right, it's gotta be moose. It's gotta be moose then. They mentioned, I think 5 maps are getting a rework, with all the zones being changed and stuff like that. But then there's also, I think, 3 or 4 maps that are getting, well, actually it might be more than 5 that are getting the rework. But there was a few maps they mentioned that are getting a reset, but no redistribution. I gotta go back to the live stream and figure out what maps that was, because I'll bet you those are the maps that have the new Great One. And the only thing I can think of that is on like 3 or 4 maps is the moose. As much as I don't want it to be moose and I'd prefer it to be fallow deer or mule deer or black-tailed deer or elk, I think it's kind of looking like it might be. Kind of looking like it might be moose. Do any of you remember which videos they said are not getting a redistribution but are still getting a pop reset? Do you guys remember which maps they mentioned were getting a pop reset but not getting a redistribution? I feel like Layton was one of them. I might be wrong there. TL Butterwell is getting a complete redistribution. Hirsch is getting a redistribution and like... Well, Caitlin, I just got to thinking, like, if they're resetting some maps but not redistributing them, like not changing anything, just doing a pop reset like they mentioned, depending on which ones it was, because I can't remember, it might be... It's going to be something that's on those maps. It's got to be. Because Clay Drew made a great point, like, SRP's not getting a reset, and that means it wouldn't be a great one on SRP, so it can't be a mule deer. It has to be something that is on whichever maps are getting a pop reset, but not getting a redistribution. That's my final prediction. It's gotta be. Maybe that is like the biggest hint that they have given, and we just didn't realize it. Ah, no, it's just a 2. It's just a 2. Well, we got him down. It's still a big one. I think at 251 upper estimate, it's got a chance, actually. That Mela? Nah. 211. Sad. All that tracking for nothing. Oh well. At least we know that it's not a diamond now. Guess that's the bright side there. Well, let me catch up on chat now. Yeah, me too, Rizzy. I'm not super big on a Great One Moose being the next one because it would be very, very grueling to grind it because of the way moose respawn. So that would be interesting. Nothing yet, Connor. Be cool to see like an older moose with maybe moss in its antlers and scars just to make him look scary. That could be cool. I definitely want to see them do something different. Said something about an animal that people can barely wait for. That is, interesting. I don't remember actually seeing that. If you're in the Discord, could you send me the, like a screenshot of that post? Because I actually want to check that out for myself. Or, where was it posted? How many diamonds have I shot? A little bit over 700 in total. Small males everywhere. What is this? The Tiny Males Anonymous convention? You find a 9 links? I hope we can. That'd be cool. Nothing good yet, Buffalo. Okay, thank you, Clay Drew. I'll definitely check that out after the stream then. Appreciate that. Hopefully it'll give a little bit of a better idea of what this could be. Actually, you know what? I'll go through it now. Let me just auto walk this way. And I will real quickly See what we can do here. Let's open up their patch notes. Where are they? Where did it go? There we go. Call the Wild News. All right, let's see. What does it say in the preliminary patch notes? Wait, where are they? Oh, right here. Never mind, found them. Full rework of the animal home ranges, populations, and schedules for Layton, Medved, Tiawaroa, Yukon, Mexico, Cuatro Colinas, Parque Fernando. Okay, so that's 7 maps right there. Does it say which ones are getting a population wipe? It doesn't. Interesting. Maybe there was a little bit less mentioned than I remember. From what I was told, though, and I believe I was told that I can mention this, is that those preliminary notes, they are supposed to include the other maps as well. The other ones that are getting the redistributions are supposed to be on there, but because it's preliminary notes, they're not finalized. So I actually don't know if there are any that are just getting a reset. It's very confusing. I'm gonna go back to their live streams later and see if I can hear anything. Want to be a great one, duck? It'll be a swan. I mean, I wouldn't mind a chunky duck. Give me a chunky duck to smoke. A chunky duck that's like a hybrid of 2 of the species. You know, I'd love to see a great one duck, right? And I mentioned this a few streams ago. I'd like to see a great one duck that can be a hybrid of any duck species on Revontuli Coast. Like, let's say it can spawn from every single duck, but depending on which duck it spawns from as a respawn, will determine what is like 50% of its hybridness. It'll be like a hybrid of whatever you shot plus one of the other species. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be really cool. I know that float, but I'm trying to remember which ones are only getting a reset and not a rework and redistribution. Because he mentioned that there would be a few maps that only got a pop reset and don't get the rework. And then there's 7 maps that are getting the rework, I think. Something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I know there's some that are only getting a population reset and not a redistribution. And I'm just trying to remember which ones it was, because that might help us figure out which maps are getting great ones. Or a great one. If I'm being honest, Pioneer, I don't really watch content creators for Call of the Wild. I'm typically so busy doing my own content and doing life things that I really don't have a chance to watch anybody else's videos. Imagine grinding those, it'd be interesting. Yes, Bailey, I am on Medved. I know it's tragic to see me not really knowing what to do, so I go to Medved. It's quite tragic, but you know, in the times where we wait for a new update, you gotta do drastic things to keep yourself entertained. And going to Medved is what we're doing today because of it. Please give us Revontuli. I need it. Hey Thunder, how's it going? I know, Carter, it is a terrifying thing to see me set foot on this ice, but we gotta do it for the musk deer. For the musk deer and for the lack of Revontuli. Yeah, exactly, Clay Drew. The thing that I'm noticing, though, just from the preliminary patch notes, is it's not saying which ones are only getting a pop reset. It's not saying which ones are only getting the reset. It's showing, like, it words it as this right here. And like I said, there are a few missing off here, but they just said it didn't make it to the preliminary notes, but it will be on there eventually. It says full rework of the animal home ranges, populations, and schedules for specific reserves: Layton, Medved, Tiawaroa, Yukon, Mexico, Cuatro, Parque Fernando. Like, it doesn't say which ones are only getting the reset. So that's where I'm wondering if they're not going to say which ones are only getting a reset and leave that up to us to figure out. All I can say is whenever I get a chance to jump into early access, if they end up doing one, I am going to spend a lot of time paying attention to which maps of mine seem like they've been reset. Or not reset, but reworked. Like, which ones seem to have different times for everything, because the ones that don't have any changes to the times and the home ranges should be the ones that didn't receive a rework and only received a reset. And I'm gonna try and look on those to see if maybe they have something in common species-wise. Because if all of the maps that are not getting reworked but just reset, if all of them have one species in common, then I'd say there's a pretty good chance that that species would be the great one. So maybe if it's the moose maps that aren't getting a full rework but just getting a reset, then maybe it's moose. Like, it's hard to say. They've really got me thinking with this one because there's so many possibilities. And we don't really have much info to go off of until we actually get a chance to play on Revontuli and with the new update. Like, there's been so many things that have led me to thinking it's not a moose. And then it might be something like a fallow or a mule deer or one of the new birds. And then there's also been a lot of things that have led me to think it could be moose. Like, I'm confused. I'm so confused. I'm hoping they'll drop some type of hint next Tuesday. Yeah, true, Knowles, but Jaxie also was joking last stream and said Great One Capercaillie, so I think they're just trying to throw us off by saying, like, Great One and then, like, one of the species after. I think they're just trying to throw us off, and it's working. What's my stream schedule? I stream every single day except for Wednesday and Saturday between 2 and 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we typically stream between 1.5 to 2 hours. It's gonna be a Great One Tree Kiwi. Probably, Zyphon. Probably. Yeah, it definitely could be a brown bear too. I mean, they got the fur rework. They're on Revontuli, as well as Medved. And Medved's one of those maps that doesn't get a lot of love, so I guess it could make sense to give it something. What if they're tricking us here and there's actually 2 great ones? You never know. The question is, like, would they tell us if there was 2 great ones, or would they just say that there's a new great one added? Imagine this update drops and people find 3 different great ones. That'd be crazy. Kind of hoping they do that one of these days. Just add 2 or 3 great ones at once. Imagine if it's a great one lynx. Oh, please no. I would never hunt for it. If they ever do a lynx great one, that might be the only great one I don't try to get. Because I could just not have fun with that. That would just not be a fun grind to me. Yeah, Zyphon. Very true, Archie. Very true. That is probably the most accurate statement I've seen. You'll get it eventually, Archie. There you go. There you go. You know they say, third time's a charm. Yeah, Josh, that would be cool. I'd be okay with a grizzly bear one. A grizzly, brown bear, black bear, I wouldn't mind any of those great ones. I think they'd be fun. They'd still be pretty difficult to grind, though. Decent male. Level 4. You know, I don't have too many rares for reindeer, so I wouldn't mind finding a rare. In fact, more specifically, would not mind finding a melanistic one. Hey, Mason, how's it going? Yeah, true, Caitlin, true. Well, Xiphon's got a server up. Perfect time as well. We gotta join it. What if it's a fallow deer, a moose, a mule deer, and a new duck species? All in one. It's just like a mutation of all of them. You never know. Could be, right? I did, Caitlin. I did see that. Very interesting. Spirit bear. Now the question is, will Xiphon's server be the one that we end up finding something crazy on? I wouldn't mind a little albino brown bear action. Or something like that, you know? Could be cool. Those two aren't surged. Well, we could just check all these, actually. Although, I kind of want to see over here first. I just heard that musk deer right there. Brown bear, musk deer. Musk deer. Okay. We'll check these two lakes, I think. Because I know both of those can have stuff that's pretty decent. Yeah, true, Clay Drew. The true. Very odd. Gotta say, it did kind of get me excited for lynx hunting when Jaxie found that diamond on stream. It's making me think maybe I'll actually be able to get a diamond lynx for once. It looks like Finland's gonna be better for them. It truly looks like they will be better on Finland. Maybe this will be our chance to finally get some diamonds and rares, especially with being able to play a bunch of fresh servers in multiplayer. Maybe, Connor. If we do another one of those tier list ones, it'll... Oh, hi. If we do another tier list video, it'll definitely be trees, because I've had so many requests to do trees. Like, an insane amount of requests to do trees. They're all traveling for some reason. A snow review? But there's only 2 maps with snow. Not really much I could do there. Maybe if we get... Well, I guess Finland has a very small area that's got a tiny bit of snow. Maybe once Finland releases, we'll have a little more snow to analyze. And I think the very top of some of the mountains on Layton have a little bit of snow. Same on... what's it called? Tiawaroa. I think Tiawaroa has a tiny bit of snow on the very highest peaks. Excuse me, Mr. Musk deer. It'd be very, very kind of you if you would step out to where I can see you. What about a water review? I did get a few requests for that as well. Oh, Jaxie found a Lynx diamond on the stream. Another one. I keep hearing them, but they're never down by the water. They're just teasing me because I can never see them. Where are you? Oh, gosh, Caitlin, that sounds awful. This is probably just 2 gray ones, but in case it's melanistic, we'll take them out. You know, 9 times out of 10, when you think there's a melanistic brown bear, it's typically one of the gray ones. Is it gray or gray-brown? I can't remember, but I'm going to assume both of these are the gray or gray-brown color. Top bear doesn't look like a gray? Maybe. That might be Mela. I can't tell. All I know is that's not a fun shot to make, but we'll... Oh, he was turned the other way? I thought he was facing me. You know... I thought he was facing me. That's my bad. Alright, can't shoot any more over there. I don't want to delete any zones, so... Oh, man. That was something. That was really something, guys. What did I do to that poor thing? That poor bear will never be the same. Although it is a brown bear. He's probably just mildly annoyed at that. We got both of them. I take that back. Maybe we did get him. Maybe we did actually get him. Because that's 2 sets of hunting pressure. Maybe we did get it. Uh-oh. We're dropping frames! I think? Okay, we're back. Never mind. We dropped frames for a second. Did you guys get a little lag spike? Because, according to Streamlabs, there was a little bit of a lag spike there. Yeah, that's his. I'm not gonna look at what the track is either. I want to be surprised when we pick him up. It must have been a single lung? Okay, that one doesn't look good. One of these was okay. I don't actually know which was which, to be honest. Okay, he's right there. Let's pick up the other one's tracks. Or no, that was him. Never mind. We'll grab that one again. No, wrong one. Ah. Okay. This is definitely the gray one. Or light brown, I mean. Not gray. Light brown. Looks so different in the kill screen. 25 to 50. Small male musk deer. I mean, this probably isn't going to be anything good, but the off chance it is. It's actually looking like it was a spine shot. Because, like, it ran quite a ways, but not far enough for it to be a flesh wound. There was a lag spike? Okay. I'm assuming it was a small one, though. What does that look like to you guys? I don't actually recognize whether or not this is the Mela or if this is the gray. It looks like the gray. Yeah, it's a gray. I kind of figured, but it's so hard to tell at first. Kind of wish they didn't have this fur type because it makes it really hard to tell if they're in the shadows. Let's head down here. Hey, shut up, musk deer. You're not a diamond. Nice, Aiden. That's huge, dude. That's big. Yeah, me too, Caitlin. Me too. Very interested. What's my Discord? Could one of the moderators drop the Discord in chat? That would be amazing. Also, can we just get a moment of appreciation for the mods that are here, taking time out of their day to help moderate the stream and make sure that everything is an enjoyable time for you guys? Because they really do a lot for the streams, and I feel like we don't give them the appreciation they deserve often enough. Yeah, Zyphon, I have 2 of them, I think. Kind of like the gray? I don't mind it, I just hate that it looks so much like a melanistic. I don't mind the fur type. I hate that I confuse it constantly with Mela. Breaking news, a YouTuber breaks in musk deer's natural habitat and tells it to shut up. I mean, that's how we roll. Gotta show the musk deer who's boss. Small male. Small male. Smaller male. Semi-small male. Excuse me, ma'am? Oh, you're a level 5. That's actually not bad for a female. I think level 5 brown bear females are actually kind of uncommon. Kind of cool to see. Later, Thunder. You take care of those mean people in Discord. Yes, indeed. Nice, Caitlin. That sounds yummy. Sounds amazing. Got a 530 gator the other day? That is awesome, Thomas. That is awesome. Oh, that's great. That's great, Archie. That's great. Oh, man. That is hilarious. You can get level 6 gold female brown bear. You can? I didn't know that, float code. That's actually kind of cool. Maybe one of these days we'll have to try and find one of those for one of our lodges, because that would actually be kind of cool to have. A gold female brown bear? That would be insane. That would be awesome. Level 4 wild boar. You know, I rarely see good wild boar. Case in point. Oh, man. The timing today is just impeccable. I love it when Call of the Wild just decides to time everything perfectly. Nah, you didn't miss anything, Kyle. We haven't found anything too crazy today. Definitely not as crazy as last stream, that's for sure. Last stream was ridiculous. And we'll have a video on that tomorrow. Or bacon. That's actually a proper level 1 right there. That's what a level 1 should be. Not gonna lie, that almost looks darker. That almost looks darker than all the others. I'm probably just seeing things, but I feel like it's darker than the other ones. I'm probably wrong, though. JN Cubing, thank you for becoming a member, dude. Let me take this out real quick and then I'll read everything for you. Where is he? Where did he go? Dude, not cool. You can't just disappear. You know what? I think we'll actually go check the track. Level 5? I think we'll go check the track and see if it says melanistic. If not, then I'm not going to worry about it. But JN Cubing, thank you for renewing your membership, dude. Really appreciate that. 2 months as a member. Super generous of you. Really appreciate it. That thing's low estimate was 1? Wait, it had a low estimate of 1? I didn't know that. I didn't know it had a low estimate of 1. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. And there's a second 5 bear. Interesting. That's the 2. I feel like that 4 was darker than the 2. $31. Oh, you are massive. You don't even make silver. Let's get rid of one of these right here. We're gonna put that guy in there for now. Save him for later. That's just the biggest thing we've shot all day. That's an interesting sounding brown bear. Alright, let's check all these tracks. It was? Wow, that is a crazy estimate. I can't believe its minimum estimate was 1. I think that might be the first time I've ever heard of that happening. Okay, it's just a brown, so it's not a melanistic. Good to know. We could check here for brown bear. This is a great spot for them. Ooh, feels bad, Archie. Feels bad. Oh, nice, snakehead. Those are very hard to find. I've only ever seen 1. Very difficult to find those. Cold leftover chicken. That doesn't sound pleasant unless it's like in a chicken salad sandwich. I just can't imagine eating cold chicken unless it's in chicken salad sandwiches. Oh, me too, Thomas. It happens quite a bit. The thing about the synchronization error that they actually talked about on one of the EW streams recently is that it's one of those things where it's not actually even a bug. It's just a connection issue. And they said that, or what Jaxie was saying on stream was that it used to just not tell you. It used to just not kick you from the server at all, and you would just notice 0 animals on the map. And so they made it so it actually does disconnect you if you have that error to prevent people from running around and not seeing anything. So as annoying as the synchronization error is, I actually think it's better than what we used to have where you would just walk around and see nothing instead of getting that error. I think this might be one of the few situations where such an annoying bug is, or not bug, but such an annoying thing is actually better than what it used to be. And most of the synchronization errors happen when the host has a terrible connection. Yeah, Duxton, definitely. It's definitely better than it used to be, but it's still not good. I mean, nobody likes to be disconnected from things. But I didn't actually even know that until Jaxie talked about it on stream. I can't remember if it was last week or the week before. One of those weeks. Well, that's a different one, Donde. That's a different one. I'm talking about when no animals are on the map. The whole 0 ping thing, there's typically still animals on the map when that happens, you just can't claim them. Like, you'll shoot something and then you just can't pick it up. But, the issue that the synchronization supposedly is fixing is the one where you actually don't even know that you've been disconnected. Like, you still see people in the server, but the animals just completely disappear and you can't find them. Interesting, Donde. Typically when I get that bug, there's still animals. Because most of the time that I notice the zero ping bug, or not bug, but the zero ping issue from being disconnected, typically it's when I'm about to claim an animal and it won't let me pick it up. I'm assuming there might be two different variations of it then. Ah, yes, that does make a little more sense, Caitlin. That does make a bit more sense. Not really, Joel. We shot a level 1 wild boar. I think that's the most interesting thing we found. It had a minimum estimate of 1. Literally the smallest male in the world. Craving chicken pot pie now? I don't know why. Oh, man, Clay Drew. You had to say chicken pot pie, and now I want one. Man, next time I go shopping, I'm gonna have to buy some. Gonna have to buy a few of them. Now I'm craving them. Oh, man. Alright, little musk deer, you better show us the diamond. Show us the diamonds, show us the rare. If you're not either, then get out of here. There. There rhymes better, we'll say there. Rhyming with Scarecrow. I mean, you guys can't deny this is the most educational children's show on the internet. I mean, we're rhyming. We're, learning our numbers by looking at all these levels. Most educational show on YouTube. Small male. Just preparing for when Aaliyah's older? Pretty much. Pretty much. We could head over here. Hello, sir? Where? Oh, there. Nice 4. Not bad. Yeah, King, I do. I haven't been able to recently, but I hunted growing up. Used to go out with my dad and hunt, and then, after my dad passed, I went out and hunted with my half-sister as well. So I've been hunting a few times. Unfortunately, never had luck with it. Unfortunately, I got into hunting at, like, one of the worst times, because everybody was having bad seasons. So, unfortunately, I got into it at a pretty rough time, so I never really got to bag anything. Came close a couple times, but there was always one thing or another that got in the way. I'm in the Discord that has a super rares chat, and there's a Melodiamond Roe Deer. I'm so jealous. Ooh, that is pretty cool. Yeah, Cantor, they do go to level 3. Hopefully we can see one of those today. Yeah, Duxton, that's probably the most unfortunate one of my entire time that I hunted. The day that I forgot my tag and had to stop tracking a giant buck was the worst. For those that haven't heard the story, my first year ever hunting, my dad and I went hunting on a logging unit that he had permission to hunt on. And we went up there, right? We ended up finding some massive tracks. Like, absolutely huge tracks that dwarfed all the other deer tracks. And My dad was like, that right there is a massive track. That's got to be at least a 4 or 5 point buck, which, by the way, here in Oregon, 4 or 5 point means like 4x4 or 5x5. We only count whatever side has the most points is what you would call the buck. So he's like, yeah, it's a 4 point or a 5 point. It's got to be very large old buck. And so we got to tracking it. We heard it bounding off at one point, so we knew we were close. And I reached down in my pocket to check for my wallet to make sure I still had it, because that's where I kept my tag. And I reached down, no wallet. So you can imagine where my tag was. It was still at home, sitting on my desk. So we had to stop hunting, go back home, grab the tag. By the time we got back, he was long gone. Then I heard a couple years later that somebody found a giant 4x5 and took it there, so I lost out on probably the buck of a lifetime, because for a black-tailed deer, a 4x5 is absolutely massive. So I missed out on the buck of a lifetime because I forgot my tag. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Never again, though. I never forgot my tag again. That's, at least it taught me that, right? Always double check to make sure you have everything. Because the last thing you want is to forget your tag. Because then you can't take anything. So sad. So sad. Yeah, definitely float, definitely. Most of the black-tailed deer that I see around here, though, are like 3x3s or smaller. Occasionally, you'll see a nice mature buck that's like a 4x4, but it's a very uncommon thing, especially during hunting season. Like, I swear, all the bucks that I see get taken around the area that I grew up that is not English. Around the area that I grew up, as well as most of the western half of Oregon. A lot of the blacktail that get taken are 3x3s or smaller. A lot of those large bucks are very smart. Blacktail are already very skittish and difficult to hunt, and the big ones are even harder to get. I think that's actually what he's to. Wait. Oh, we're talking food, and I missed a few messages. Gotcha. Okay. I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, what are we talking about? Huh? When you say 4x4, I think of a vehicle. True. There is a vehicle called a 4x4. I've always called them four-wheelers. So for me, it doesn't really confuse me, but I know a lot of people do call them 4x4s. Oh no, Archie. Oh, that's the worst, dude. I did that, well, not quite to the extent that you did, but I had a situation recently where I forgot my wallet when I went to the store. Luckily, Bree had money on her credit card, so she just used that and then I just paid her back, but it's always awkward when you get to the checkout and you're like, I don't have my wallet. Or like you're halfway through filling up your cart and you're like, oh, I don't have my wallet with me. Amazing. It's always so awkward. No, Gamer Boy, we didn't get anything. Hopefully that'll change now. I still don't see anything. You know, I was hoping that we'd find something right as I said that, but nah. He kind of thick. He kind of a thick boy. Thick male over there. Not quite what we're looking for, though. And another big four. Dude, so many big fours. No fives, no rares, though. Alright, well. That is quite unfortunate. Alright, let's jump to one more latent server if we can find one. I bet you can't. You're right, Caitlin, because I don't shoot reindeer unless they're diamonds or rares. Do we have any elk servers? One. Just one. And it's at the end of their time. No, Blacksmith, they're not. Oh, wow. This actually might be unhunted. Level 10? Okay, I'll take it. Not bad, I'll take it. This could be the server. This right here could be the one that we've been looking for. Oh, there you go, Caitlin. Somebody that has experienced the same terrible mission that you had to. You know if Gray... Okay, I already read that. Craving broccoli with cheese sauce now? Ooh, that does sound good, Archie. That does sound so good. Oh my gosh. That reminds me of a dish my mom used to make. It was like a cheesy broccoli and rice. So good. So good. It always had like so much cheese on it. The best. Can't remember, but I think there was also chicken in it as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was broccoli, rice, chicken, cheese, and then I think cream of mushroom soup, if I'm not mistaken, to give it like a creamy consistency. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what it was. And oh my gosh, it was so good. So good. I don't see anything over here. Hello there. Small male. Look at you. You're not even a diamond. You're not either. I mean, that is one of my favorite racks, but you're not a diamond or a rare, so you get to live to fight another day. But for those that were curious what we were looking for when it comes to a big rare, this is what I'm looking for. I want a rare blacktail with one of these styles of rack. And also, this is what I talk about quite a bit with, like, some of the fours needing longer tines. Like, this rack shape is good, but those tines are way too short where they fork off. It should have much larger forks than those. The tines need to be quite a bit longer for them to look more like a real blacktail deer. Given they obviously can grow like these, but it's not as common. So I'd like to see those get changed a little bit in the future. It's so good, Archie. It's so good. Just at level 60, got a 9.20 diamond goose the other day. Nice, Drayden. That's max score. That is a max scoring goose. That's crazy. Oh, that would be cool to get, JN. I would not mind that. That would actually be pretty decent. 3. Hello, elk, where are you? Can't just be that guy here, right? There's gotta be some more. If it's just that one, that's sad. Yeah, Thunder Bunny, I have seen those. They do have them in game, but they don't look the same as the real ones. In Call of the Wild, the melanistic red fox is just like a solid black, pretty much. It doesn't have the actual, like, nice-looking markings of the real ones. Which is quite unfortunate. Oh gosh, Pride, that's rough. Run! Run, quick! Hey, Smash, how's it going? Got a bug, level 4 blacktail with one nice and one tiny antler today. Kind of cool, actually. Looks like it broke off. To be honest, I don't even know if it's a bug, Archie. They've been doing that for a long time now. I think it's been almost a year where that's been a thing, so it makes me wonder if it's not actually a bug. They are kind of cool, though. I think I've killed maybe 3 of them. They're not a super common thing to find. I'm not sure, Flipmaster. I'm thinking it's probably going to be between fallow deer, mule deer, moose, brown bear, and possibly one of the new fowl species. As of now, we don't really have a ton of information on what it could be. It's not a bug, it's a special feature. Yes, exactly. See? It's a unintentional feature. Nice, Smash. I've always found it weird that YouTube doesn't have the community tab on certain devices. Like, tablets don't get it. I got a new tablet a couple weeks ago, and it doesn't get the community tab on the YouTube app, which is so weird to me, because every phone that I've used has it, but tablets don't get it for some reason. And then I know, like, iOS doesn't get the join button. Like, it's very odd, the choices that YouTube makes when leaving certain features out of specific, like, applications for specific devices. It's so weird. What do I want it to be? I really want it to be a black-tail deer. Like, if I could just put a great one in the game right now, it would be a black-tail deer. Level 3. A bunch of females. Very sad. Hate to see it. We've been getting screwed over when it comes to the elk today. Like, I have not seen many big elk at all. Almost all of them have been level 3 or below. I mean, that's a 4. Once again, none of these are, like, huge, though. Even that 4 is kind of like a small 4. I think, at least. Gotcha, Caitlin. Okay. Alright, well. I think we're going to go ahead and end it. It's getting quite warm in here. The temperatures are heating up. I don't have the AC up yet, so it is starting to cook in here quite a bit. So I think we're going to go ahead and jump off. I appreciate everybody dropping by. I appreciate everybody watching. Johnny joined at the absolute perfect time. yeah, unfortunately, Johnny, you joined right at the end there. But since you're in here, how's it going? But yeah, I will see you all in tomorrow's live stream. Hopefully we end up having some better luck tomorrow. Look, English is hard. Hopefully we have some better luck tomorrow. I really want to get one of those trophies that we've been searching for, but we've just been having some unfortunate luck. We've been getting some good luck with some species, but not exactly the exact trophies that we've been after. But yeah, anyway, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's stream. And peace. You're all amazing, by the way.